It's Kelly from Kelly's Magical Realm, and I'm outside today in the 1010 portal because you know what? These energies, this new energy that's coming down, the ascension energy is coming from the great central sun. So go outside today, connect with the earth. I'm just taking a look in my garden because we get so busy with our lives and with work that we don't get to come out here and enjoy everything. That's what the Hopi Prophecy was trying to warn us about, that all this new, that there would be a time when there's too much technology, which is now. And it's funny because I've been saying it for a while, that we're overloaded and bombarded by all this technology to the point where we're forgetting our roots. We're forgetting the earth, where we come out here to relax, not stay in front of a TV or not stay in front of a computer all day at work, or constantly on your phone. All that is unnatural, and that's what the Hopi Prophecy talks about, that there'll come a time when there'll be a warning, which is now, for us to pretty much decide what path you want to be on. I feel that the original time to do that was kind of like on the Lion's Gate, but I still feel that there's time, because that energy is supposed to hit the 3 AI Atlas, which is really good. Don't let them distract you. You know how they try to throw fear and shade and everything, the negative energies. But anyways, the good, that huge flash, that energy of light is supposed to be tied with the 3-eye Atlas. Somehow that energy, I think, is going to go through the sun. So it'll hit our sun, and from what I heard, water, things that'll directly get to us. But anyways, you've got choices. From what I understand, there's 3 choices to make. It's either to stay in the 3D, the old matrix, or to go to the 5D, or the third choice is, if you want to ascend even higher than the 5D, you go back to the other side. So we have our own choices to make. It's an exciting time, and I feel so much excitement out here. I feel the fairies' excitement. They've been helping me because I had an issue with bugs. The fairies are helping me on my ground, on my property. And there's just so much excitement right now, and the energy, I could feel it. I feel there's a sense of freedom coming. I feel freedom. I feel we can be lifted from these old timelines, and I feel the way you can do it is manifesting this too. It's not just deciding what timeline you want to be on. It's also about living it every day. So pick a timeline and then just keep deciding, ways to stick with it. Like, for instance, I don't want just the 5D on the new earth. I want to ascend higher. No joke with that. I want to be spiritual day and night. I don't want any more of this, having an earthly job, this and that. I want spirituality day and night. I don't want to do the balancing act anymore. I just can't. I just love everything about spirituality. Talking about it, I can't help it. It's just coming out of me so much, so many downloads, so much new information. But anyways, back to the Hopi Prophecy. The warning too with the earth is getting back to our roots and being natural again, going out in nature more, but protecting the land too. For instance, I'll give you an example. There's people that go by and they don't really care as much about the land, and they litter on my yard out front. They throw cigarettes, they throw garbage out there. That's their lifestyle. But guess what? It makes me sad to see people like that destroying the land or doing things like that aren't natural. And that's part of the prophecy saying, we're supposed to protect the land. We're supposed to keep it and make it look beautiful. We're supposed to keep it from litter and free and clear. There's more to it, but I'm just giving you my perspective on this. But anyways, we have to get back to protecting the earth. And those of us that choose the sins and, the negativity, the lifestyle, the overindulgence. You know what those things are: alcohol, drugs, a negative way of being. You know, anything that details. Those people will go insane, according to the Hopi Prophecy, and I see it happening to those that aren't changing their ways. They will go insane, according to the Hopi Prophecy. And those that can't handle it they can't handle these changes, you know, that's happening, because the ascension will hit us all in some way, shape, or form. You know, they probably will go to the other side, but there's so many different timelines, you know. The Hopi Prophecy, you know what's happening now, because it says there'll come a time when people will confuse their sex or gender or something like that it was talking about. And just there'll be so much confusion going on. And there'll be people going at it with each other and just taking things wrong. Everyone takes everything wrong. You know, a lot of times we're just talking about things that we've heard and people will get upset. And that's what's happening too much. And I'm just coming from a place of love. You know, I accept all people, no matter what. You know, I really do. I do love all people, no matter what. I just wanted to say that, to throw that out there, so no one takes me wrong at all. I'm just repeating downloads and things that I've heard. And I'm really obsessed with the squirrel, because he always comes and likes to, like, play in my yard. But anyways, back to this. I did pull some cards as well, because it is the 1010 portal. And I wanted to talk more about this energy. If you could feel it today, if you can just go outside, it's huge. It's just changing me. I feel completely different today. I can't even explain it, but it's just amazing, this energy. Go outside, soak it in, talk to the trees, you know, the plants. It's just beautiful. I just heard hope. There's so much hope right now. The earth feels it. The trees are smiling at me right now. That everything is just so beautiful. Everything is happier. You can tell right now that the earth is feeling happier. It's feeling a sense of lightness, you know? And it's just so amazing. So I wanted to pull out a few cards. Also, I just wanted to say Mother Mary's all around us right now too, because of the womb activations going on, and because we're creating new things and new timelines. So she's around a lot too. When I was pulling cards to ask about this energy and how beautiful are Rebecca Campbell's cards, I got the Pearl, Alchemy, the reward at the end. This is the end here, guys. The 1010 portal. You know, that's like the ending, right? But a beginning, because even though 10 is like the end, but the 0 in it is creation, the 0 point. And if you look on it, see that Fibonacci circle? So it's weaving, right? It's never ending, but the ending of the hard times, the old. And you were getting rewarded for all the hardships and things that we've been through. Because see the light at the top? The light is here. It's around us. We're absorbing it now. Even though that flash didn't hit yet, they're still sending us energies right now. We're still getting ascension energies to be prepared for this big one coming, for the real big split, you know? So we're taking in these energies now. They're here. It's here. Let's see what other cards I pulled. I'm just too excited. I'm sorry. I know. I tried grounding many times, but this energy is just so beautiful. I just want to like run a marathon right now. And I usually have no energy, so you know this is big. And then deep sea diving, right? Connecting more to your spirituality now, right? Going deeper, going through these portals. I'm seeing going through these portals of light. Look at her etheric body. Look at how it's just glowing, right? See how she's changing? Because she keeps going deeper and deeper, like we are. through these portals, through this knowledge. And then this card, the Healing Lagoon, right? It's telling us right now to really bask in this, right? See how she's got flowers and nature all around her going outside, but you know, it's saying recovery and rest because, yeah, we've been going at it hard in life, right? Working and doing all these things, right? Part of like the matrix, or you know, the loop that we've been in. And now it's time to remember the beauty of it all, to really rest and recover right now, because it's been quite a journey. I know I'm tired, but this energy today is, it's very it's very like, it's energetic. So even though it's telling us to rest, it's hard to do that right now, but maybe just relax and rest in this energy. Ooh, this card, wait. Immerse yourself. She's got a Fibonacci circle right in the middle, see, of her body. Training, learning, new hobbies and passions. See, I'm getting Akashic Records, that book on her head. So maybe some might feel guided to learning about the Akashic Records, tapping into your own Akashic Records, maybe remembering that. I see Atlantis around her, so maybe some people are learning more about Atlantis. Maybe you're having dreams at this time of Atlantis and remembering that. I heard Palladiums. A lot of things are coming at us right now. But not feeling afraid when you hear these things. Not feeling afraid when you start remembering this. You know? Hearing twin flame energy. But yeah, just really tapping into your gifts, because they're starting to awaken right now. And then this card that I got, I love these little cards too. I love all my cards, but these are too cute. Potion, integration, and empowerment. I just heard really empowering yourself with knowledge right now. You know, knowledge is power. Also coming together though, coming together with like-minded people, because that way you can share your gifts and then keep each other on the timeline that you want to be on, right? The more people that you talk to that want to go on the same timeline with you, and you keep talking about it, you're making that alive, you're making it happen. You know, that's how we manifest. We live and breathe of what we want to do. That's how I manifested the place that I'm living at now. I lived and breathed it every day, you know. But yeah, potions, putting it all together, putting together the knowledge that you have right now. So mixing things together, trying new things. And then the roots. Remembering your real roots, not your ties here on earth, your family like in the stars, right? But also healthy patterns, making healthy changes in your life, growing and expanding, but your interconnectedness with everything, remembering that, grounding. And what are you birthing? See that circle inside of it? What are we giving life to? What are we birthing now? Think about that, what you want to create, what we're creating. And just remember that interconnectedness and growth and expansion. And then I got this card, the chamomile. Gentleness. See, this is also talking about taking it slow again. This is from another deck. And it's saying, you know, get your sleep. You might be guided, because all these energies that are coming down are making us tired. I know I've been sleeping early after I get out of work because I'm exhausted, because we're getting all these downloads in the energy. So just take care of yourself at this time. Listen to your body, but also try to incorporate beautiful routines. I'm hearing, you know, calming things. Maybe the sound I'm just hearing, like, and seeing the sound of waves, what makes you feel calm, what makes you relax. Maybe being around flowers, lighting a candle, setting up a beautiful atmosphere to relax you, what makes you feel peaceful. I hear the birds right now, that makes me feel peaceful. Sunlight always makes me smile. What makes you smile? Remember those things. And then this one, the moss agate, is talking about positivity and changes. Again, it looks to me like several things. I see like an eye of a dragon. We have a lot of dragon protection right now. I just heard Sirius. Some of you may resonate with that. But again, I am hearing birthing and then this portal. We're birthing new realities, and we're going through different portals right now. Oh, when I channeled earlier this morning, I forgot to mention that I heard we've been on parallel timelines trying to get onto one. I just feel like it's very close. We're very close to just this big shift, this larger shift. All these things that have been leading up to this next one that's about to happen. Sharing your wisdom, your gifts. And look, there's a dragon. I just mentioned one, and there it is. Dragons are around us, but they're trying to help us, right? So sharing your gifts with others right now is important. Talking to like-minded individuals of your dreams, of what you see, of what you want to create. But feeling free to express yourself too. Spread your wings, I'm hearing. Spread your wings and fly. And don't be afraid. These are such beautiful cards. These are from Fox. They're called Foxfire. I think they're Lucy Cavendish, I believe. Isn't this a beautiful card too? Past lives. Past lives are coming up right now because I'm sure a lot of you are starting to remember things from past lives. I'm getting bits and pieces from Atlantis again lately. But I'm sure a lot of you are, I'm hearing dreams. It may be coming to you in dreams. Try to write things down. I know I've been getting things in dreams. That they've been trying to show me things. Just remember that. So yeah, now's the time. Remembering our past lives. Finding that quiet time so you can hear yourself think. This is beautiful. Rituals and offerings. They say around the full moon is a time when you can do rituals. You can do these anytime though. It doesn't have to be by the moonlight, which they showed in this card. It may be more powerful then. At certain times you can do it then, but realistically, you can leave out rituals and offerings or trying to talk to your spirit guides, angels, or whoever you do talk to, But this is just a beautiful card. Seeing the new earth on this too. Seeing people coming together in peace, enlightenment for this new earth. But you notice how it's away from everything else? It's a little cat or a fox. It reminds me of my cat. I feel like our animals are really trying to guide us. And you know how see the animal? I just noticed that. The animal's actually in front of everybody. Oh, there's several animals now that I'm looking. There's several. And the animals are in the front. They're kind of guiding us. No wonder. Have you noticed changes in the animals lately? I know for my cat's crying a lot, and it feels more separation than usual. I feel like he thinks that I'm leaving without him or something, but animals are very in tune right now, and I feel like they are trying to guide us. So if we can just sit quietly, because telepathy is, our natural state. So if we can really listen, you can hear what they're trying to say to us. Wow, lots going on in this card. This is really beautiful. And this is to give us hope. The threshold. See how she's on the brink? She's on the edge. She's like on the very edge. Like she's about, literally, if she moves a little to her left, is it? She could fall off, you know? So this is just to let us know we're there. We're on the brink. Like you're pretty much, you know, we're on like what, the 2 timelines, right? We're about to burst open, I heard, and onto that new timeline. Don't be scared, you know? It's here. It's here. It's about to happen. So just know that. Keep the faith. Because this is what's happening. We have celestial awakening on the whole planet. You know, everybody's going through it differently. You know? Everybody's going through it differently in the collective. See, everything's just expanding. We're getting further and further. So see how close? Even this card's showing it how close we are now to that new light. And this one is anchoring that light. See how that light's coming from the dolphin's heart, and he's just grounding it in, anchoring it in. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? Holding that space for that new energy and then grounding it into the earth, right? It's beautiful. It's such beautiful energy right now. I think there's just one more card and then I'm going to stop. And this is connecting to the earth, like what I mentioned at the beginning. See how the dolphin's kind of really immersing himself, though, into the earth. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I just heard something about dolphins, how they can spread their aura, and their energy can go out very far. So they can reach very far distances, like within their auric fields, which is pretty wild. So yeah, really connect back into the earth. I'm seeing the infinity symbol in there. Seeing it. So sacred symbols and sacred geometry, right? That's encoded into the earth. Really picking up on those new frequencies. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop here, and I hope everyone's doing well. Please let me know how you're doing in the comments, and have a great day.